to be here and deeply, deeply honored that Clarity and Christy and Coley invited me. In fact, being here is a dream come true. A dream that came to me when I was in my darkest days, and it felt nearly impossible that I would be standing here talking to you about this time of my life. Excuse me. You've experienced much already this morning, tales of humility and greatness within you, of manifesting your desires and gratitude. I honor you for gifting yourself this time today. Doing so requires a deep inner resolve, and that inner resolve will get you through anything, as I hope you'll see in my story. I help gorgeous humans like you befriend your emotions so that you can reconnect to a more joyful life. Our society is numbed out, stressed out, and disconnected from what's truly meaningful. Too often, we cling to safety instead of making an impact on those around us. Have you ever been overwhelmed by being the strong one in your family or in your circle of friends? And you're the one that people tend to come to? Have you ever had a heartbreak so unbearable that you found yourself hiding from it by trying to fix the pain of those around you? Have you ever felt hopeless because you're trying your best, giving it your all, and you're still watching the people you love fall apart in front of your eyes? I have too, and it took me doing it all wrong to finally find the one thing that worked for me. It is learn to deeply love, care for, and cherish yourself. The rest will take care of itself. In March of 2011, my husband and I were 6 months into our first house together. We'd been planning and dreaming for it and found a ranch house on a quiet hill. It was more perfect and beautiful than anything that we had even imagined. We were spending our first weekends there, drinking coffee in our cozy pajamas. On a sunny Saturday morning, we received an unexpected ring of the doorbell. Among the first visitors to that new house, 2 uniformed state troopers. They had news for us. Rich's brother Kevin had been struck by a vehicle and killed while on duty as a New York State Trooper in Western New York on that sunny Saturday morning, March 26, 2011. For the first time in my life, I literally dropped to my knees. I had no idea how we were going to get through this. You see, our hearts were already pretty beat up because just 4 months prior, the 3 of us, my husband, his brother Kevin, and I, had sat with their beautiful mother Donna as she took her last breaths after years of living with multiple sclerosis. So I didn't know what to do. And I defaulted into doing all of the things that I thought I was supposed to do. I wanted to be the strong one. I wanted to take away his pain and the pain of some of the people around me. And anytime they needed me, I wanted to be there. I would literally jump every time my phone alerts would go off. And after months of this, we were not doing well. We love each other deeply, and we always have, but we were taking our pain out on each other. We decided to go to therapy, and our law enforcement community provided us beautiful support through support groups and one-on-one counseling that we so desperately needed. And all of those things were amazing and incredibly helpful, but I could still feel that we were losing each other. After months of this, I found myself feeling alone and resentful and sad. I had to let myself go to the very worst case scenario. What if we don't make it through this together? So in that moment of sheer terror that I was about to lose everything, I made a vow to myself that I would somehow heal myself to get through this. So I knew that I didn't know what to do, so I began reaching outside and looking for stories of others who had been through their own heartbreaks and pain. I was looking for inspiration and stories of people getting through this and coming through it with growth and with gratitude. So I reinvigorated my yoga practice, and I began immersing myself in spirituality and meditation and just learning new things. I began prioritizing my own needs each morning. When I saw the famous quote by Mahatma Gandhi, "You must be the change you want to see in the world." And what I so desperately wanted to see in the world at that time for us was peace, love, healing, and eventually I wanted to contribute to my community and to my loved ones and become one of those stories of strength. I'm happy to tell you that we did find our way back to all of those things, to peace, love like we never experienced before, deeper than the day we married, healing, and now, in this beautiful moment with each of you, the opportunity to contribute our story of coming through it with gratitude. Here's how I saved my heart. We saved our marriage and got through that heartbreaking time just 6 short years ago. There were 3 quotes that spoke to me. It was as if the universe was sending them to me. And some of them I had seen many, many times, but they were coming to me in a different way. The first one was "Guide, then step aside," the iconic Dr. Wayne Dyer. So what I was guided to do was to stop trying to fix the ones around me and begin doing my own work on myself. The second quote was "Self-care fuels resilience." So I began prioritizing my own healing and happiness with lovely and beautiful practices like intention setting and aligning my choices with that peace that we so wanted. Meditation helped me to reconnect and find the answers, the wisdom that was already inside of me that I didn't know existed. And the last quote was, again, by Mahatma Gandhi, "You must be the change you want to see in the world." So I committed to my own healing first, again, like I mentioned, because whenever I would try to send solutions to my loved ones who were suffering, it just made them resentful of me, and we were drifting apart. It wasn't bringing us closer or healing us at all like I had hoped. During this time, I was writing and posting some things online, and I was just getting these messages, and they would just come right through my heart. And one of them is the old school way of putting everyone else's needs first and only attending to our own with what might be left over isn't working. It's leaving us bitter and resentful. There's a better way, a more joyful way. And again, that last quote, sorry. So I'm very, very happy to tell you that my husband and I did find our way back to each other. In fact, he's here today, and we just recently celebrated our 10-year anniversary. So I now challenge you to find one beautiful practice like gratitude or watching the sunset or taking a lazy Sunday and just gathering the ones you love in your home and making no plans, maybe in your pajamas. Find one thing beginning today when you walk out those doors. And notice how your interactions will be more joyful with everyone around you, with your loved ones, with your team, within our community. In closing, chaos and heartbreak that is life requires us to show up at our fullest. Guide, then step aside. Embody everything that you want to see for your loved ones, the joy, connection, and healing. And be the change you want to see in the world. Future generations of your loved ones will deeply benefit by your commitment to bring forth your best you today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.